What is going on, everybody? So, I thought it would be a very fun idea on stream to make a tier list of all of the different mobs in Minecraft. So, here that is. I thought it'd be fun to post on YouTube as well. So, if you are interested in this kind of content, please go follow my Twitch. The link will be in the description, as well as a Discord server so that you can get notified when I go live. Along with that, I hope you enjoy the video and hear me ramble on about my stupid shit opinions for about 45 minutes. Please enjoy. We did the Minecraft update tier list a while ago, so I thought it would be a little bit more interesting to do a tier list for mobs now. Just so that way, you know, we can get this set up. So, LA, first off, oh, I think they're in alphabetical order too. That's so nice. I think LA is good. I haven't interacted with it a whole lot. It hasn't, like, changed the way I look at the game in general. So I think a B is a pretty good... Actually, we'll move it to C tier. C tier. It might be controversial. Armadillo's an A tier. I mean, come on. Wolf Armor... And I think they are just a phenomenal mob in the game. I just think it makes the game overall better. I swear to fucking Christ. Okay. Axolotl. S tier. Need I say more? You get to bring them along to raid ocean temples. They're adorable. And you basically get to gamble on whether or not you get the blue one. Bats are F tier. I mean, come on, they don't do shit outside of adding some cave ambience, and after they added the caves and cliffs, like the actual cave biomes, there's no need to have them. Or have them do something. Just anything at this point in time. That would be nice. Bees. S tier. I'm sorry, like, the fact that you can make bee farms and honey as a whole is phenomenal, especially for, like, piston doors and everything, makes it so much easier. Blaze. I think the actual mob itself is all right. I think it's pretty decent. Blaze rods, you know, beating the game, like, they're necessary. But as, like, fuel, they're pretty good when you set up a farm. Maybe attach it to, like, a super smelter or something. Pretty decent. I enjoy the blazes. What is this? A husk? I think it's pretty average. There's nothing. It's just another skeleton variant. You know, I don't think it's anything to write home about, but, you know, they're pretty cool. What is it, the wind charge people? I can't remember what their names. I think they're a good mob. I think they were great for the trial chambers, and I think it spices up the trial chambers and kind of gives you a reason to go down there if you're hunting for mobs. So I think that's something. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's I'd say there. Camels, D tier. Ever since they added the happy guest, there is no reason to get a camel, because I think what their whole thing was that you can have multiple people on one mob, but now, like, obviously you have the happy guest. Though I will put, I like the zombie variants of things. I think, you know, the actual update was dog shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm throwing that out there. I'm not a developer. In my opinion, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I wouldn't say it's dog shit. They still did more than I could do. So, the cats, A tier. You know, you can make creeper farms out of it, and you get pets. I mean, well, what else can you ask for? Cave spider. I say it's an average mob. You don't get anything special for killing them, for them having, like, just being more dangerous. You can make, like, spawners out of them and, like, some, you know, farms out of it, but you can do that with the normal spider too. Chickens, A tier. You gotta love me some eggs. You know, you have cooked chicken. You can make, like, the chicken farm. Plus, they were in that Minecraft movie, and you got that lovely song by Jack Black. So you just got to keep the chicken up there, you know. I think it's just cod. All the fish variants are gonna go in C tier. I'm sorry, like, they're nothing crazy. Like, you get food, like early starter food, but other than that, I wouldn't even say they're really that useful. Couple gum, I'm gonna put it S tier. The reason for that being is if you don't want to make an automatic storage system yourself, these guys kind of do it for you. I think it tailors more towards the average player when it comes to building like massive storage areas, and I think that right there is useful and a very good addition in general. Cows, I mean, you get great source of food, one of the best in the game, and leather, which you will be using for an enchantment table. These guys are necessary. I think most of the starting mobs are going to come out at A tier. The ones that have been in the game for a while, just because they're familiar, and I can't imagine Minecraft without them. The creaking. I'm going to put them in C tier. And the reason being is I think they are a really cool idea. You know, straight out of Doctor Who type shit, right? But the only thing with the creaking is it's restricted to the forests. I don't think the forests are a good enough reason to go to outside of the wood, which you just need a sapling, so you're not going to be there for much. I think they have like that block that you get from the pine shit as well, which is alright, but I think it's limited by the restrictions of the biome. The creeper in and of itself, of course, like pop culture wise, it would go in S tier, but if we're going strictly mob wise, S tier. You can farm the shit out of them, and gunpowder is such a good resource to have because you have, you know, fireworks when you're late game when you need an elytra, TNT, which is super helpful when you're going to netherite mine, and gunpowder is just really good things to have overall. And plus, I mean, this is probably the most recognizable mob from Minecraft. If you go up to a hobo on the street and you ask what that is, they will know. It's just fucking insane. Dolphin. I mean, I think it's an average mob. And the reason I say that is because what you get the Dolphin's Grace, which gives you a little boost in the water, which is cool. But I haven't really seen used outside of, oh, there's a dolphin and I swim a little faster. I know I have seen some ways of traversal where they put the dolphin in like a starting area and there's like a water thing where you like swim fast, but even then, like, there's so many more ways to transport yourself and other things in the game other than dolphins. And then they have that mechanic where they find, like, you go and find treasure or whatever, which is usually the most obvious shit you can see normally. So it's whatever. Donkey, average tier, and I'm probably going to put all of the mounts in average as well. Just these three clumped together. I think if you would have asked me like 7 years ago, they would be at A or S tier just because like they were good at for transportation, but now it's just kind of whatever. It's kind of mid. Not really great. I mean, you can breed horses and mules and donkeys or whatever to get like the peak horse or like the peak whatever, but even then it just can't compete. Drowned, I'm actually gonna put that at B tier. The reason I'm putting that one at B tier is because of the trident. I mean, I think it's an interesting twist on a zombie. It's, I think, a little bit better than what like the husks does for the skeleton, but I think the trident in and of itself is one of the only weapons that they've added that I've actually used in a survival world and actually wanted, so I think that right there is a good spot for that. Elder Guardian, I mean, I think it's just a D tier. I think the Guardian is a D tier because you don't really get anything for it. You get a couple sponges. You're not going to an ocean temple to fight the Elder Garden. You're going to the temple to... Honestly, there's not really much reasons unless you need sponges, which is very rare, or you're setting up a Guardian farm. I think more people have set up a Guardian farm than actually went there for the Elder Guardian. which is kind of nuts, but you know. The Ender Dragon, B tier. I think it's a good little boss fight. I think it's fun, you know, it's speed running or whatever. I think it's just more of an obstacle than anything else, which, you know, like, is whatever. Like, sorry, where was I? Right. I do like the updates they had to it at one point in 1.9. So overall, I think it is a good mob. Enderman, we'll put an A tier. I like the design of these little freaks, and Enderman farms are like the only thing I use to repair my mending tools. So maybe there's a bias there. It's super easy to set up and get everything together for it. So good stuff. Endermite, D tier. The only use I ever have for these things are said Enderman farms, and I really don't use them or like do anything with them. I was trying to think of like what else. The mechanic of it spawning is like cool in a concept, but I think like the execution of it's like a little wonky. It's whatever. It's all right. The Illager, it's pretty average. I mean, like, they spawn, you kill them. That's pretty much it. It's like the wandering trader, you know what I mean? In that aspect of, oh, you see him, you just slam him out real quick, and then you're back to your day. Fox, I'm gonna put it at B tier. They're fun. I like the idea of how, like, it kinda is a pet, but kinda not. But I know it helps in Skyblock a lot, so that's cool. Frogs, A tier. Design, super cool. And I like the frog lights. I think they look really, really nice. And when you set up a farm for them, it's great. The glow squid. I voted for the glow squid. F tier. I don't even need to explain why. The goats. I mean, they add life to the mountain biomes. Ultimately, like, that's their job, is that they added life to the mountain biomes. But I think overall, like, the horn mechanic is cool where you get them to break, but I've had it rarely work as intended, and I've even like done research on it. Maybe I'm just a dumbass, which is possible, but I think it's average. I think it gives life to the mountains, and that's enough. The Guardian. It's a very unique mob, I think. That's for certain. I'm gonna put it B. I like the design of it. I like how they attack. It's very different from what other mobs do in the game. And in general, I like the drops, like the whole Prismarine set coming from just the drops of these mobs to almost like encourage the farms and everything, which is something I enjoy. Ghasts. I think it's, oh, this is a happy guest. Sorry, this is a happy guest. S tier. S tier. I think it will change so many things. I think when I updated my world to this version, instantly used it because it is so helpful when transporting mobs and with other people. Like, it's fun to just hop on and ride around. The Piglin's pretty, what is it? Yes, the Piglin fucking boar or whatever. It's average. Just average drops. It gives the Nether a little bit more life, which again, like, I enjoy. So that's pretty cool. Oh, the Husk is the zombie one, right? I don't fucking know. These two are the same to me. There's nothing really like what, it gives you slowness, I think, or some shit like that. I don't know. Iron golems are S tier. You can build them, help you defeat the Wither. You know, build them to just help protect your base, or you can farm them for iron. And iron farms are the best thing that's ever come to Minecraft. The llamas. I wouldn't say they're bad. I think they're pretty average. I think like of all the mounts in the game, they're probably one of the more forgettable ones. And the fact that they're with the Wandering Traders in and of itself means that they are fucking just... they're alright. So, before the frogs were introduced, I probably would have put Magma at maybe like a D or C. Yeah, no, I'm actually going to put it at a C. I think the only use for these motherfuckers are brewing potions, which personally I never do, or the frog lights. So I think like the drop is like just enough, you know, whatever. These are pretty cool. I like the mushrooms. B, good mob. The reason for that is you can like milk them for like stew or whatever, and they're in a rare biome, so it kind of gives that extra like, if you have one in your base, you know, it gives that extra like street cred, you know. I have not really fucked around with the Nautilus a whole lot. Average. I haven't fucked around with it a whole lot because there's nothing that it does that I necessarily need. I'm gonna be honest. You just what, swim faster, or you just have a mount on it? You just got a fucking mount in the water, a water mount. They need to stop adding fucking like mid-ass mounts to the game. The Ghast is a good mob. I like the design of it. You know, it has a very classy design. It hasn't really changed a whole lot since they got introduced, and I think it gives like a certain edge to the Nether, where it's like if you're bridging across a huge lava pool and like you don't have an elytra early game, it's very terrifying. It's scary as shit. And I think like they're actually, I'm gonna move them up to A tier just because of like the unease you get when you're going through the Nether because of these guys in specific. Ocelots are F tier. They have no use in the game anymore ever since they just added the cats to the villages. There's really no use for these guys, and they kind of just got neglected after a while, which is so sad because I really fucked with these guys. I like the design, but just gameplay wise, there's no reason to have them. Same with the panda. D tier. I'll put it at D tier, which I still think people are going to get pissed about, but there's no reason. Like, pandas don't do shit. There's no reason. Another skeleton variant, like these two are the same. All of the variants of the different mobs are like the same. Parrots, great mob. They dance to your vinyl collection. That's all I'm going to say for that. Phantoms, F tier. I voted for these motherfuckers too, dog. Like, they sounded so cool, and then they got put to practice and everything, and it's just, they suck. You have what, something to repair your elytra with, which at that time anyway you probably have mending books, so it is really no use for these guys. Their drops are ass. They're more of an inconvenience than anything else. God forbid I play the game for more than like fucking 30 minutes without sleeping. The pig. Of all of like the actual mobs, like Jesus Christ, of all of the non-hostile mobs, this one kind of sucks the most, I'm gonna be honest. They don't drop anything but pork chops, and it's just like, just kill cows instead. I think these are the piglin brutes. Really like these guys. I really like the idea of them. They're great. I love that the Bastions got introduced and how the Bastions have like more a unique mob to them. You know, it's like kind of like the Guardians with the temple. I think having like a unique mob for it, and you know, the fact that they just like to protect their gold. They just want to protect their gold. I'll put the normal piglin in with them, just because it's like, I like these little guys, and I know it's just a retexture and like a little bit of a switch up of the zombie piglin from like earlier before the 1.16 I think update. I think it's just a solid mob in general. What is this? The Evoker? They're the same fucking thing. Yeah, both of these are the same to me. Like any other thing in the raids, really, like kind of whatever. Polar bears, F tier. I'm sorry, there's no fucking use for them. They drop what, fish? And they don't spawn enough. You can't really make a farm out of them. They're cute, I guess, but they kind of fall under the same thing with pandas. Actually, they're the same as pandas. We're bringing the panda down to F tier. The pufferfish. Poison potions. I think, we'll put a, I wouldn't say they're bad. I think, like, the bad, like, D down would be, like, I wouldn't mind if they were in the game, you know? F tier is, like, I almost want them to not be in the game. Except these two, like, they're, hey, we'll move these up. How about that? Like, I wouldn't mind if they're just not in the game. These I actively want either fixed or taken out of the game. Bunny rabbits. I mean, they're just kind of like, I don't know what to do with them, bro. Like, you got rabbit hide, which you can craft up to leather, and you got a rabbit's foot for speed potions. I guess that puts them in average. They have, like, a use. I can see somebody having a use for these. Ravager's a good mob. I love the design of the Ravager. It's so fucking cool. It's sick. That's all I'm gonna say. Was it fish? Yeah, I'm gonna put the fish average. I mean, there's nothing too crazy. Like, they're fish. Sheep. Honestly, A tier, especially with the new cushions coming in. I think, like, wool in general is such a versatile block and overall. And especially with the cushions coming in and having, like, wool as a main thing. And the stairs and slabs and everything. This, right now, is an A tier. When that shit drops, it's probably going to be an S tier. Shulkers? That means they introduced the shulker box. And the shulker box is amazing. It's like a backpack. Truly an amazing overall thing there. Silverfish. I'd say they're average. I like the idea of them, how you, like, break a block or, like, you damage or kill one of them and they just keep, like, spawning. I like that. Yeah. Skeletons. It's a classic. I'm gonna put that as a great tier. Bone farm? Shit. It's amazing. I love that. Oh, another mount. Just average. There's nothing I can really say about that. Slimes, I'd say are good. Not everyone needs slime balls. You know what I mean? Unless you're doing, like, redstone stuff or, like, you just want slime balls to fuck around with or, like, slime blocks to fuck around with. They're not really useful a whole lot. I personally have a slime farm because I will use it. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, usually people aren't going fucking nuts over slime. Which is fine. I haven't really gotten a chance to fuck with the new cubes a whole lot. They seem like a fun idea. And for their uniqueness and their design, I'm going to put them at a B. Because I like how they interact with the world around them and the different utility they can serve. Mostly just for fun in games. I think that is a good update. The sniffer should not be in the fucking game. It's so useless. That shit pisses me off. This mod pisses me off. Overall. Snow golem. I mean, it's average. They don't do anything crazy. Like, you can make, like, a snow farm, I guess. That's, like, the only use they have. Spiders. String and spider eye. I'll put that average. I don't think it's anything nuts. Squid, again, another average mob. If you need ink sacs for, like, black dye, go for these guys. But anything else, like, you're never fucking with these guys ever again. Another skeleton variant. I'm putting all these guys together because this is getting... There are 3 skeleton variants. The reason he's up here is because he has the spawners that you can make a farm out of. These guys, like, are so useless. Dude, I forgot the Strider was even in Minecraft. Such a cool mob. I like the design of it. The idea is phenomenal. I've never ridden a Strider or used it to its intended purpose. The tadpoles are cool. Where did I put the frogs at? Frogs, A tier. We'll put these guys in the A tier. I like how they actually added tadpoles to the game. That's great. Who the fuck is talking? Oh, cool. We'll just do the wandering trader and the fucking llama together. I don't need to explain anymore. Sometimes they're good. We'll put it. I mean, that can go fucking F tier. I don't really give a shit about that one. That's just a llama. This. We'll put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at fucking F tier. I don't give a shit about the skyblock people right now, just because the true hatred I have for this guy right here is insane. I'll even check what he has to trade. I just slime him out. Oh, we got another fish. I do like the varieties of fish. I think they add a lot of interesting dynamics to the game. I just like when they add stuff for the sake of life and atmospherics. You know what I mean? The turtle, I say, is a good mob. I like the turtle. You can like get it scooch. You can make like a little helmet off of it, but mostly, yeah. Actually, we'll put that C2. I'm putting a design. I just like how they have turtles in the game. So I think it says I like turtles. Yeah, turtles. Vex. I like the idea of it. That's kind of like a ghost that you have to kill, and it can face through walls and tries to kill you. But I don't think it's nothing too crazy. Villager, I'm sorry, we're putting Villager at S tier. I mean, you can get so many things out of the Villager. It's insane. I fucking love it. What the fuck? What is this variant? The blue one. They're the same. They're all the same. One has an axe, I think. I think those are the only difference between these three motherfuckers. The Warden. Bad mob. I hate the Warden. I really hate the Warden. And the reason I hate the Warden is because you introduce this like super big buff boss, and then you don't reward anything for like killing it or nothing. And I understand what they were talking about, where it was like, oh, you're not supposed to kill it or whatever, but like people are gonna kill it. You should know your fan base better than that at this point. You know what I mean? Anyway, the Witch. I actually put that at a good mob. I find it, even with like netherite armor, I'm like, oh, you know, I need to take like extra caution when pursuing this enemy, because if I get hit by a poison potion, it's wraps. It does not matter how good of an armor you have, the poison potion can fuck you up pretty bad. I think the Wither can go in the A tier, the great tier, just because that's a way to get the beacon. And I think the fight in and of itself is really cool. And like the different phases and everything, and how it like throws skulls and shit at you. I think it's just really cool. Even with the difference in like versions from Bedrock to Java. I think I'll put the Wither Skeleton just below that. Actually, no. I'm putting that in A tier. I just built a Wither Skeleton farm. It gives you so many good resources. Bones, coal, and Wither Skeleton skulls to start farming the withers. Like, it's goated status. Wolves, ever since they added the wolf armor, S tier. I love wolves. They're fucking amazing. They're phenomenal. The zombie Nautilus. I'm just gonna put that next to the Nautilus. It doesn't make any difference. Same with this guy. Zombie Piglin. I'm just gonna put that in the average tier. Like, that doesn't really matter. Zombie, again, average. I'm just gonna put that, like, these two are like bare bones basic enemies in Minecraft, which is fine. Oh, another mount. See, like, look at how many horse variants there are. And I know these are technically different, like, species or whatever, but they're all the same. And then you have, yeah, whatever. Zombie Villager, I'm gonna put up a little bit more because you can take a double look at it and be like, oh shit, that guy might give me some good trades. Or you can turn your villagers into zombie villagers and then like heal them to, you know, make everything cheaper. So yeah, this right here is the tier list. I don't know if I can get a good look at this. Anyway, This is the tier list. I don't think a lot of things on here are gonna ruffle some feathers. This one might. I don't know. I don't know if people like the panda or not. I fucking hate the panda. It's a useless fucking mob, and I despise it. So heavy. The breeze. Sorry, that's what this one's called. The breeze. I remember it now. Anyways, thank you for watching me ramble on about a children's game for the last 30 minutes. If you want to see a lot more of this stuff, follow my Twitch. I will be going live probably every day for a while, or most days. I've been going every day for past like week and a half or so, just to get the stream time up, baby. But genuinely, if you want to see a lot more of this stuff, I do play a lot of Minecraft on stream. So if you want to see this shit, please, the link to my Twitch will be in the description, so check that out. This is actually on stream, so I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll check y'all later.